Radio check. Car number 10 to 50 laps. Rolling start. Get ready. We need to follow car number 6 in the inside column. Catch up to car number 18. Safety car speed is 88 kilometers per hour. Okay, Dennis, let's get this right. No fuck-ups. Go, go, go! Got a car outside. Clear outside. Car outside. You're clear outside. Car inside. Still there. You're up high, 3 wide, full course caution. We're under caution, pits are closed, the pace car's out. Line up single file behind car 6. It looks like Montana has gone off in turn 1. The safety car speed is 184 kilometers per hour. The track temperature is decreasing, it's now 34 Celsius. Pits are open, the pace car is in turn 3. Catch up to car number 6. Car number 14 is the lucky dog. Allow the lucky dog to pass on the outside. Full course yellow, pits are open. The track temperature is decreasing, it's now 32 Celsius.
Anybody happen to remember what the SOS is in here?
It was like 1400.
Pits are open. Okay, Dennis, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap. The pace car has just left. Green flag, we're clear low. Right flag, we'll need to pit to serve the penalty. Outside. P12. Still there, clear high. Car outside, clear high. New fastest lap for Britain, 23.68. We've got 2 laps to come in for this penalty. Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now. There's a car approaching, stay in your lane. That's a new fastest lap for Britain, 22.72. The car in front is Martin, car number 21, C licence, and their rating is 0.5. Full course caution, watch out. We're under caution, it's closed. Pace car is out, line up single file behind car number 3. The safety car speed is 92 kilometers per hour. The pace car is in turn 2. You were the lucky dog, with a lucky dog past the field on the outside. The pace car is out, pits are closed. The track temp's increasing, it's now 34 Celsius. Full course yellow, pits are open. You need to catch up to the guy ahead. Full course yellow, pits are open. Pace car's in this lap. Angelo, behind, is pitting now.
Come on, figure it out, guys.
Okay, Dennis. The pace
Martin,
car
why
has
are
just
you
left.
16 car lengths back, dog? Catch up.
Green, green, green. Let's go. Okay, we'll be the lucky dog. Let's keep this position. 17th place. The car in front is Bobby, car number 6, A license. The gap to P2 behind is now 0.55, 1 lap ahead. You've just done a 24.46. That's your quickest lap in this session. The car ahead is Martin, car number 21, C license, and the car inside, the gap to be clear low. Car low, clear inside. Fastest lap for Britain, 22.56. You've just done a 24.15, that's your best lap in the session. The gap to E3, behind is now 1.00, 1 lap ahead. The gap to 18th, behind is now 8.4 seconds. That lap was at 23.45, that's your best lap in this session. The gap to Angelo, behind is now 8.9. Fastest lap for Britain, 22.49. P17, the gap to P18 behind is now 9.3. You've just done a 23.20. Good lap, that's your best in the session. The gap to Angelo behind is now 9.6. That's a new fastest lap for Britain, 22.32. The gap behind is now 10 seconds. Your lap time was at 23.24. The track temperature is falling. It's now 32 Celsius. The gap to 18th behind is now 10.0. That was a 22.93. That's your fastest lap today. The gap to Angelo behind is increasing. It's now 10 seconds. Your last lap time was at 23.00. The gap to P18 behind is now 11 seconds. Alright Dennis, you're reeling Martin in. The gap is 11 seconds. That lap time was 23.26. The gap to P16 ahead is now 11 seconds. The gap ahead is now 11 seconds. That lap time was 23.31. Be careful, we've got a full course caution. We're under caution, pits are closed, pace cars out. Line up single file behind car number 5. The safety car speed is 188 kilometers per hour. The pace car's in, turn 3. We need to catch car number 5. The pace car is out, pits are closed. You need to close the gap to the guy ahead. You were the lucky dog. Lucky dog, past the field on the outside. Pits are open. We need to catch up to car number 5. Full course yellow, pits are open. Alright Dennis, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Come on, Marco. What the hell are you doing, dude?
Green flag.
What do you want, bro?
14th.
Oh, there.
Gap to P3 behind is now inside. And they're inside.
You're like 7 car
Okay,
lengths
behind
from the
is
car in
now
front of you on the
7.8
restart,
seconds.
dude.
Allow this guy to pass. That lap was a 23.62. But ahead is pitting. Carlo. Full course caution, be careful. This car is out. Line up single file behind car number 3. We're under caution.
And he sends
It's
himself
closed.
to the shuttle
It
room.
looks like Martin and Marcos have gone off in turn 2. The safety car speed is 142 kilometers per hour. The pace car is in turn 3. You were the lucky dog. With the lucky dog, pass the field on the outside. The pace car is out. Pits are closed. Pits are open. Pits are open. Get ready, race will resume at the end of this lap. Angelo behind is pitting. Okay, Dennis, the pace car has just left. Clear low. P12. The guy in front is Bud, car number 17. C license, and their rating is 1.1. That was 23.53. Gap to P13 behind is now 8.0. The gap to Angelo behind is increasing. It's now 8.3. The gap to 13th place behind is increasing. It's now 9.1 seconds. That last lap was a 23.00. Car ahead is Martin, car number 21, C license, and their rating is 0.5. The gap to Angelo behind is increasing. It's now 9.4 seconds. New fastest lap for Britain, 22.29. Let this guy through. Your lap time was 23.02. Fastest lap for Britain, 22.25 inside. The gap to Angelo inside's clear. That lap was a 23. Car low. The gap to Angelo behind is increasing. It's now 11 seconds. Clear inside. Car down low. Clear inside. The gap behind is now 1.00. P12. You've just done a 23.42. Gap to P3 behind is now 1.93, one lap in front. The guy ahead has just done a 23.17. The gap behind is now 12 seconds. Got a full course caution, watch out. Pace car is out, line up single file behind car number 5. We're under caution, pit's closed. You need to catch up to the guy ahead. Safety car speed is 211 kilometers per hour. You were the lucky dog. We're the lucky dog. Pass the field on the outside. The pace car's in, turn 3. We're under caution, pits are closed. Full course yellow, pits are open. Pits are open. Okay, Dennis, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap. Angelo, behind, is pitting. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 30 Celsius. The pace car has just left. Green flag, we're racing. P11. Got a car low. Hold your line. Inside's clear. Car down low, the gap to Angelo behind is now clear low. You've just done a 23.43. Car low. Allow the gap clear low. Car inside, clear inside, car low. Clear low. P10 inside, that lap time was 22.85. That's your quickest lap. Clear inside. That's a new fastest lap for Britain, 22.22. Your last lap time was 22.83. That's your best lap in this session. Allow this guy to pass. Fastest lap for Britain, 22.18. That last lap was at 22.79. That's your quickest lap in this session. Your lap time was 22.44. That's your fastest lap. Your lap times are improving. This is exactly what we need. Let this guy through. Lap time was 22.42. Good lap. That's your quickest today. You're reeling, Martin, in. The gap's now 12 seconds. That's a new fastest lap for Britain, 22.15. That was 22.62. Position. Okay, Dennis, you're reeling, Martin in. The gap is now 11 seconds. You've just done a 22.65. Your water temperature's creeping up. You're reeling, Martin in. The gap is now 9.9. That lap was a 22.58. You're reeling, P9 in. The gap's now 9.4 seconds. The gap to P9 ahead is now 9.0 seconds. The lap time was at 22.66. Reeling, E9 in. The gap is 8.1. That was a 22.67. You're reeling, Martin in. The gap is now 7.4. The gap to Martin in front is now 7.0. That lap was at 22.61. You're reeling, Martin in. The gap is 6.3 seconds. That lap was at 22.73. We need to pass car number 21 to get the lucky dog position. Car high, clear outside, the gap to mark, car high, clear high. Your lap time was at 23.16. That lap was at 22.86. Okay, Dennis, you're reeling, Martin in. The gap's now 2.8 seconds. He's pretty slow into turn 2. You've just done a 22.63. The gap to Martin in front is now 2.5 seconds. That lap time was 22.65. To P9 ahead is now 1.39.
You want the high side?
That lap was at 22.74. You're reeling, Martin in. The gap is 0.71. You're reeling, Martin in. The gap is now 0.48. Your lap time was 22.74. Car inside. clear low. Okay Dennis, the next car is 12, car low. Inside's clear. P9, that was a 22.92. The gap to Martin behind is now 0.76. The gap to E10 behind is now 1.00. The next car is 2 laps behind. The gap to 10th position behind is increasing. It's now 1.52. Your last lap time was at 22.82. The gap to Martin behind is now 2.3. That was a 22.73. The gap to E10 behind is now 2.2 seconds. The driver in front of us is Bobby, car number 6, A license. The gap behind is now 2.7 seconds. You've just done a 22.84. P9. The gap behind is now 3.5 seconds. That lap time was 22.74. The track temperature is increasing. It's now 32 Celsius. The gap to 10th position behind is increasing. It's now 4.8 seconds. Just done a 22.77. The gap to E10 behind is now 5.0. The gap in front is now 5.1 seconds. Alright Dennis, you're reeling Bobby in. The gap's now 4.9. That lap was at 22.84. Reeling Bobby in. The gap is now 4.5 seconds. That last lap was at 22.78. The gap to Bobby ahead is now 4.2 seconds. The gap to 8th place in front is now 4.1 seconds. Front is now 4.1 seconds. You've just done a 22.87. The gap in front is now 4.0. The gap in front is now 4.0. The car in front has just posted a 23.00. We estimate 4 laps fuel remaining. The gap ahead is now 4.1. That lap time was 22.88. The gap ahead is now 3.9. The gap in front is now 3.7. That lap was a 22.87. You're reeling P8 in. The gap's now 3.6. You're reeling Bobby in. The gap is 3.5. You've got about 3 laps of fuel left. Your last lap time was at 23.00. The gap to P8 ahead is now 3.4 seconds. The gap to 8th place in front is now 3.3 seconds. You've just done a 22.87. you're reeling Bobby in. The gap is 2.8. 2 litres left. This is the last lap of fuel. That was a 23.00. The gap in front is now 2.8. Martin behind is pitting now. Okay, Dennis, in this lap, box this lap. You're reeling Bobby in. The gap's now 2.6. Look out for the pit speed limit. Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now. Right front 58%. Front left 98%. There's a car approaching. Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white line. Got a car high. Clear high. The leader, Britain, is pitting. Jacob, car number 5, is leading the race. That lap was at 23.57. That last lap was at 23.31. You've just done a 23.00. Your lap time was 22.83. Your lap time was at 22.91. The leader, Jacob, is pitting. That lap was at 22.85. Britain, car number 3, is now in the lead. The gap to P1 behind is now 4.6. 2 laps ahead. That was a 22.80. The gap behind is now 13 seconds. The gap to Montana behind is now 14 seconds. The gap to 10th position behind is increasing. It's now got a car low. That lap time was clear inside. The gap to Montana behind is increasing. It's now 14 seconds. The gap to P10 behind is now 14 seconds. Okay, Dennis, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. That lap was at 22.93. front is Lovesey, car number 12, A licence. P8, that was a 22.82. You're reeling Lovesey in, the gap is now 1.69. You're reeling P7 in, the gap is 1.14. There's a car rejoining. Gap to P1 behind is now 2.4 seconds, 2 laps ahead. Your lap time was at 22.90. You're reeling Lovesey in, the gap is now 0.44. Inside. Still there. Clear inside. Seventh position. That lap was at 23.17. Got a car outside. Hold your line. He's still there. Clear high. That lap was at 23.56. Car high. Still there. He's still there. He's still there. Clear high. That last lap was at 23.17. Car outside. Still there. Clear high. Alright Dennis, the next car is Strigstruck, car number 1, A licence, and their rating is 2.2. P5, you've just done a 23.14. Got a car low, clear low. The car in front of us is 2 laps behind. That lap time was 22.88. The gap to Lovesey behind is increasing. It's now car high. Clear high. The gap to Lovesey behind is now 0.94. That was a 23.10. Allow the guy behind to pass. That lap time was 23.03. You've just done a 22.90. Allow the guy behind to
Stay in
pass.
high, Jacob.
Track temperature's rising. It's now okay, Dennis. There's a car exiting the pits. Heads up. Got a car high. You're clear outside. The gap behind is now 1.48. You've just done a 23.33. P4. Your lap time was 23.47. The gap behind is now 1.32. The gap to P5 behind is now 1.37. Your last lap time was at 23.21. The gap to Lovesey behind is now 1.32. The gap behind behind is now 1.44. That lap was a 23.12. The gap to P5 behind is now 1.56. That was a 23.11. The gap behind is now 1.48. Okay Dennis, the next car is 14 laps behind. Your last lap time was at 23.29. The gap to Lovesey behind is now 1.48. The gap behind is now 1.54. The gap to P5 behind is now 1.58. You've just done a 23 low. You're clear inside. The gap to P5 behind is now 1.63. The gap to Lovesey behind is now 1.68. That lap was at 23.05. The gap to P5 behind is now 1.95. Your reel in P3 in. The gap's now 2.0 seconds. That lap time was 23.08. The gap to Lovesey behind is now 2.0. The gap to Strickstruck ahead is now 2.0 seconds. That lap time was 23.17. The gap to Strickstruck ahead is now 1.92. Your lap time was at 23.03. Front is now 1.69. Okay Dennis, you're reeling P3 in. The gap is 1.51. You've just done a 23.10. The gap in front is now 1.50. Gap to P3 ahead is now 1.55. Your lap time was 23.25. The gap to Strickstruck ahead is now 1.30. That lap was a 23.00. The gap to Strickstruck in front is now 1.36. The gap to Strickstruck ahead is now 1.00. You've just done a 23.00. The gap to Strickstruck in front is now 0.60. You're reeling Strickstruck in. The gap's now 0.29. That was a 23.04. Inside. Clear low. That last lap was at 23.24. Car down low. Hold your line. Inside's clear. You've just done a 23.23. The next car is 4 laps behind. You've just done a 23.02. That was a 23.10. That lap was a 23.13. P3. Your lap time was at 23.03. Car inside. Clear low. That lap time was 23.33. Okay, Dennis, the next car is 15 laps behind. Inside. Clear low. The gap to Strickstruck behind is increasing. It's now 0.85. That lap time was 23.10. The gap behind is now 0.77. That last lap was at 23.23. That lap was at 23.33. That lap was at 23.04. Last lap time was at 23.28. You've just done a 23.38. Car low. Car inside. Clear inside. Alright Dennis, we're halfway home. We estimate 10 laps of fuel remaining. That was 23.39. Your lap time was 23.22. Carlo, that lap time was 23.34. Still there. Still there. Clear inside. Your lap time was at 23.42. Carlo. Clear inside. We've got a full course caution. Watch out. Pace car is out. We think Angelo has gone off in turn 2. Pace car is out. Pits are closed. The safety car speed is 90 kilometers per hour. The pace car is in turn 2. The pace car is in turn 4. The leader, Britain, is pitting. Okay Dennis, your engine temperatures are now back to normal. Allow car number 8 to pass. The pace car is in turn 1. We're under caution, pits are closed. The pace car's in turn 2. Catch up to car number 8. Car number 5 is the lucky dog. Allow the lucky dog to pass on the outside. Full course yellow. Pits are open. Watch your speed limit in the pits. Box in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now. Front right 42%. Left front 99%. Pace car is in turn 3. Full course yellow, pits are open. We're going green next time by. Follow car number 6. You need to close the gap to the guy ahead. Okay, Dennis, the pace car has just left. Green flag.
Oh, that's the strangest restart I've ever seen.
He's still there. Hold your line. Clear low. The car in front of us is a lap behind. That lap time was 24.48. That was 23.24. Car low. Still there. Clear inside. The gap to Strickstruck behind is now 0.93. That was 23.00. The gap to Strickstruck behind is now 0.83. The gap to Strickstruck behind is now 1.10. Alright Dennis, the next car is Jacob, car number 5, A license, and their rating is 1.8. You've just done a 22.67. The gap behind is now 1.46. The gap behind is now 1.53. You've just done a 22.67. Your lap times are improving, this is good. The gap behind is now 1.78. The gap behind is now 1.93. The track temperature is decreasing, it's now 32 Celsius. Full course caution, watch out. We think that Martin has binned it in turn 2. The pace car's out. Line up single file behind car number 3. Your water temperature looks quite high. We're under caution. Pit's closed. Safety car speed is 89 kilometers per hour. The pace car's in turn 2. The pace car is in turn 3. Car number 5 is the lucky dog. Allow the lucky dog to pass on the outside. We're under caution. Pits are closed. Your engine temperatures are looking better now. Pits are open. Jacob, ahead is pitting. course yellow, pits are open. Okay Dennis, get ready, race will resume at the end of this lap. The pace car has just left. Green, 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 let's go. The gap to P4 behind is now 1.68. The gap to Strigstruck behind is now 1.63. That was at 23.42. The gap behind is now 1.78. The gap to Strigstruck behind is now 1.62. Your last lap time was at 22.91. The gap behind is now 1.69. That last lap was at 22.78. The gap to Strigstruck behind is increasing. It's now 3.2 seconds. Your lap time was 22.74. The gap to Strigstruck behind is now 3.5. That lap was at 22.58. To Strigstruck behind is now 3.9. That lap was at 22.82. The gap to P4 behind is increasing. It's now 4.1. The gap to Strigstruck behind is increasing. It's now 4.2. The gap to Strigstruck behind is increasing. It's now 4.3 seconds. You've just done a 22.68. You want to watch your water temperature. It's looking a little high. The gap to P7 behind is now 3.7. One lap behind. The gap to Strigstruck behind is increasing. It's now 4.5 seconds. That was a 22.64. The gap behind is now 4.7 seconds. That lap time was 22.63. The Gap to P7 behind is now 3.6. 1 lap behind. The gap to Strigstruck behind is now 5.1. The gap to Strigstruck behind is increasing. It's now 5.4. That last lap was at 22.60. The gap to P4 behind is increasing. It's now 5.9. The lap time was at 22.64. Okay, Dennis. The lap times are pretty consistent. The gap to Strigstruck behind is increasing. It's now 6.1. The gap to Strigstruck behind is increasing. It's now 6.2. That lap time was 22.75. The gap to P4 behind is now 6.4. The gap to P7 behind is now 3.6. A lap behind. Your lap time was 23.00. The gap to P4 behind is now 6.5 seconds. The gap to P4 behind is now 6.6 seconds. The guy in front is 18 laps behind. That was a 22.71. The gap to 7th position behind is now 3.4. 1 lap behind. The gap to P4 behind is now 7.1 seconds. You've just done a 22.73. The gap to Strigstruck behind is increasing. It's now 7.4 seconds. That lap was at 22.71. The gap to Strigstruck behind is increasing. It's now 7.8 seconds. The gap to Strigstruck behind is now 7.9. The gap to P4 behind is increasing. It's now 8.1. That lap was at 22.76. The gap to Strigstruck behind is now 8.0. You've just done a 22.92. The gap to Strigstruck behind is increasing. It's now 8.4 seconds. The gap to P4 behind is increasing. It's now 8.5 seconds. The gap behind is now 8.5 seconds. That lap was at 23.16. The gap to P4 behind is now 8.5 seconds. The gap to Strigstruck behind is now 8.6. You've just done a 23.10. The gap to P4 behind is now 8.8 seconds. You've got a car low. Clear low. Your last lap time was at 22.80. Right, the guy ahead of us is 1 lap behind. The gap behind is now 9.1. Car inside, clear inside. The gap to Strigstruck behind is now 9.0 seconds. That was 22.94. behind is now 9.1. Okay Dennis, the next car is 2 laps behind. The gap behind is now 9.6. Your last lap time was at 22.86. The gap to Strickstruck behind is increasing. It's now 10 seconds. That last lap was at 22.77. The gap to P4 behind is increasing. It's now 10 seconds. The gap to Strickstruck behind is now 10 seconds. Your lap time was at 22.70. The gap to P4 behind is increasing. It's now 11 seconds. The gap to P4 behind is increasing. It's now 11 seconds. The gap to P6 behind is now 3.0 seconds. 1 lap behind. That lap time was 22.76. The gap to P2 ahead is now 11 seconds. That was a 22.86. The gap to Jacob ahead is now 11 seconds. The gap to Jacob ahead is now 11 seconds. That lap was a 22.90. The gap ahead is now 11 seconds. The gap in front is now 11 seconds. You've just done a 22.81. The gap to P2 in front is now 11 seconds. The gap to 6th place behind is now 2.2 seconds, a lap behind. Your lap time was 23.00. The gap to P2 in front is now 11 seconds. The gap to P2 ahead is now 11 seconds. The leader, Britain.
Did the leader just wreck?
That lap was at 22.79. The gap ahead is now 11 seconds. You've just done a 22.91. The gap to P6 behind is now 1.73, 1 lap behind. The gap behind is now 14 seconds. Jacob, car number 5.
Who did that to you, Matthew?
That lap was at 22.69. The next car is 19 laps behind. P2, the gap in front is now 10 seconds. That lap time was 22.89. The gap to P1 ahead is now 10 seconds. The gap to P5 behind is now 1.07, 1 lap behind. You've just done a 22.91. The gap to Jacob ahead is now 10.0. The gap in front is now 9.9 seconds. Okay, Dennis, the next car is 2 laps behind. You're reeling P1 in. The gap is now 9.8. That lap time was 22.93. The gap to Jacob ahead is now 9.8 seconds. The gap to Jacob in front is now 9.7. You've just done a 22.91. P2. Inside, clear low. You're reeling Jacob in. The gap's now 9.6. Your last lap time was at 22.86. The gap to Jacob ahead is now 9.6 seconds. The guy in front is 1 lap behind. That last lap was at 23.00. That lap was at 22.81. Your lap time was 22.77. Alright Dennis, the next car is 6 laps behind. Your lap time was at 23.00. Inside. Clear inside. Just done a 23.06. The car in front of us is now a lap behind. That was a 23.19. That lap was a 23.14. That was a 23.36. Car outside. He's still there. Clear outside. Car inside. The gap to P1 ahead is inside's clear. That lap time was car low. The gap clear low. The gap ahead is now 11 seconds. Okay Dennis, the next car is 2 laps behind. You've got about 4 laps of fuel left. You've just done a 23.15. The gap gap to P1 in front is now 11 seconds. That lap was a 23.02. The gap to Jacob ahead is now 11 seconds. Strickstruck behind is pitting. Only 2 laps of fuel left. That lap time was 23.11. There's a car leaving the pits. We think you'll be out of fuel on the next lap. That last lap was at 23.49. In this lap, box this lap. Watch your speed. Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now. Front right 42%, front left 98%. There's a car behind, take care, rejoin him. Outside, 3 wide, you're down low. Outside, clear outside. P3. The gap to Lovesey in front is now 1.15. The gap in front is now 1.22. The guy ahead is Lovesey, car number 12, A licence. Your lap time was 23.58. Okay Dennis, the next car is a lap behind. You're reeling Lovesey in, the gap is 0.37. There's a car leaving the pit lane. Your lap time was at 23.12. Car high. Clear high. P2, the gap to Lovesey behind is increasing. It's now 0.89. That lap was at 23.17. Car down low. The gap to Lovesey, clear low. It's a car exiting the pits. The car in front is 1 lap behind. You've just done a 22.80. The gap to Lovesey behind is increasing. It's now 1.76. The gap to Lovesey behind is increasing. It's now 2.1. The gap to Lovesey behind is increasing. It's now 2.7 seconds. You've just done a 22.69. The leader, Jacob, is pitting. The gap to Lovesey behind is increasing. It's now 3.1 seconds. As the car exits in the pits, heads up. That was a 22.76. The gap to Lovesey behind is increasing. It's now 4.1. That lap was a 22.61. P2, the gap to Lovesey behind is increasing. It's now 4.6. The gap to Lovesey behind is increasing. It's now 5.1 seconds. Be careful, we've got a full course caution. Lovesey behind is pitting. The pace car is out. We think that Olivetto has gone off in turn 4. The pace car is out. Pits are closed. The safety car speed is 89 kilometers per hour. Pits are open. The pace car's in, turn 4. Alright Dennis, your engine temperatures are looking better now. We need to allow car number 11 to pass. The pace car is in, turn 1. Full course yellow, pits are open. The pace car is in, turn 2. Car number 1 is the lucky dog. Allow the lucky dog to pass on the outside. Pits are open. Look out for the pit speed limit. Watch your speed. Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now. Front right 92%. Front left 100%. Pace car's in, turn 3. Pits are open. Follow car number 16. Pace car's coming in this lap. Pace car is in, turn 3. Okay Dennis, the pace car has just left. Green flag. gap to Jacob ahead is increasing. It's now 3.3. That lap time was 24.42. The next car is 2 laps behind. You've just done got a car low. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear low. The gap to P1 ahead is now 3.8 seconds. The next car is 1 lap behind. That lap was at 22.82. The gap to P1 ahead is now 4.1 seconds.
Really, Emiliano, you dick?
The leader has just done a 22.52. The guy behind has just done a 22.71. That was a 22.71. The gap to P1 ahead is increasing. It's now 4.3. The gap in front is now 4.1 seconds. The leader has just done a 22.52. The gap in front is now 4.3 seconds. Your last lap time was at 22.62. The gap ahead is now 4.2. Got a car high. You're in the middle, 3 wide. You've just done a 22.69. Still there. You're clear outside. Clear all around. You've just done a 23.00. Car inside. Still there. Inside's clear. That lap time was 22.60. Your lap time was 22.52. Okay, Dennis, you want to watch your water temperature. It's looking a little high. The leader's just done a 22.50. We're matching race pace. That lap was a 22.55. The guy behind has just done a 22.69. That lap was at 22.56. That last lap was at 22.54. That's good consistency. Keep it up. That was a 22.51. The guy behind has just done a 22.53. the quickest right now. The lap time was at 22.49. The track temperature is falling. It's now 30 Celsius. Alright Dennis, the next car is 21 laps behind. Your last lap time was at 22.67. That lap time was 22.80. That lap was at 22.67. The car in front of us is now 8 laps behind. That was a car high. Clear high. You've just done a 22.94. That lap time was 22.61. That last lap was at 22.72. Just done a 22.62. That was a 22.73. That lap was at 22.79. That lap was at 22.58. The lap time was at 22.74. Okay Dennis, the next car is 22 laps behind. That lap was at 22.74. reel in P1. The gap is now 3.9 seconds. That lap time was 22.67. The gap in front is now 4.0. Just done a 22.88. The gap ahead is now 4.2. The gap to Jacob ahead is now 4.0. Inside, clear inside. Your lap time was 22.89. Gap to Jacob in front is now 4.1 seconds. Car inside, clear inside. That was a 22.82. The gap to P1 ahead is now 4.1. The gap to P1 ahead is now 3.9. Last lap time was at 22.74. Okay Dennis, you're reeling P1 in, the gap is 3.5. Right, the guy ahead of us is 2 laps behind. You've just done a 22.74, good consistency, keep them coming. The gap to Jacob ahead is now 3.5 seconds. The gap in front is now 3.4. The gap to Jacob in front is now 3.7. That lap was at 22.90. The gap to Jacob ahead is now 3.7 seconds. The gap to Jacob in front is now 3.6. You've just done a 23.04. The gap to Jacob ahead is now 4.0 seconds. The gap to Jacob in front is now 3.9. That was a 23.11. Car low. Clear low. The gap in front is now 4.2. Two to go. Keep it together. We'll be on the podium. The gap in front is now 4.3. That last lap was at 23.09. The gap to Jacob ahead is now 4.3 seconds. Okay Dennis, one more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. That was 23.00. The gap to Jacob ahead is now 4.4. Podium finish, nice one.